Welcome to this episode of DSTV. Today we are in Florida. We came all the way. We are in Miami, the Sunshine State, for sure, to meet Denis Gitonga.
Yes, Denis Gitonga. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Finally, we made it.
Finally, yeah. Finally, welcome to the Sunshine
This
State.
is the Sunshine State.
Yeah, you can see by the sun.
I can
very
see
early in the morning, but it's so hot already.
I mean, it's still early and I'm really sweating. I don't even have my shoes.
Yeah, I can see.
Oh, wow. We have been planning this for a long time.
Yeah, finally it came to be.
Yesterday, I drove all the way.
Is it West Palm Beach?
I was at West Palm Beach.
Yes, yes.
And that is about an hour away from here.
Oh, was it 1 hour? And then from Orlando, how long?
From Orlando to Miami is almost 3.5 hours.
Oh, wow. Did you drive like 3 hours from Orlando to West Palm Beach? No.
Yes. So today I drove the 3.5 hours this morning.
Yes.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a great pleasure to see you.
Yeah.
I had to come to Florida.
Yeah, welcome to Florida.
Oh, thanks, man.
And then the greatest university in the state.
University of Florida.
University of Florida.
It's the greatest university in the state.
Yes, and also the group we call ourselves IFAS. Yeah, so there's this Agricultural Institute.
Agricultural Institute.
Yeah, so we have like different institutes, and then this focuses on agriculture. So this center is based on the agriculture setup. Like for my research, we have different stations. So where we do like research. Yeah. So we plant some cucumbers, zucchini.
You do real agriculture.
Unfortunately, you came when we had harvested.
We'll find something.
Yeah.
So you already graduated, Dr. Gitonga. You are Dr. Gitonga now.
I just graduated. I'm like 2 months after graduation.
Congratulations. Yeah, they say it takes a while before the name sticks. You know, somebody says, Dr. Denis, you still wonder who it is.
Yeah, so now it's kicking in. I'm like 2 months after graduating.
Yeah.
But I'm still working.
So you graduated from here at the University of Florida?
Yes, I did.
Wonderful.
But we have our main campus like 6 hours from here. It's in Gainesville.
Oh, Gainesville.
So it's like north of Orlando, where you came from.
So that's where the main campus is?
Yeah, that's where the main campus is. So we have like over 22 research centers, and this is one of them. We have different centers around here.
So this research center is now located, which is the exact name of this locality.
Oh, yeah.
I know we are in Miami area.
Yeah.
So what is this particular?
So we have different areas. We have Miami, Miami-Dade County, and then we have Broward County. So we are in Broward County, but this area is called Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, maybe you've heard of Fort Lauderdale.
Yes,
because we have an international airport just here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. I always see there are always cheap flights from the other, eastern side to come to Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
They want you to come and then things become expensive.
It's very expensive here. It's very expensive. But if you go south, we have also Miami now. We have Miami International Airport, but it's kind of more expensive as you go south.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where the rich people stay.
That's where the rich people stay.
The more north you go.
You are headed there.
Yeah, I'm going south.
And you are from Kenya?
Yeah, I'm from Kenya.
Which place in Kenya?
I'm from the village called Tugi, Kibiritia.
Kibiritia?
Yeah, Kibiritia. You have Kibiritia?
Yes,
it's very cold.
It's very cold.
Yeah, very cold. And
Kibiritia is in Nyeri.
No, actually, no. It's in Meru. It's in Meru.
Oh, Meru, the other side.
Yeah, it's in Meru.
There's another Kibiritia, I think, in Nyeri. I think.
Maybe I've not heard of it.
Because I meet so many Kenyans, and we always interact, and maybe there's another one. So,
but I'm also from Nyeri because my dad is from Nyeri, my mom is from Meru. So yeah, I'm in between. So yeah, so I grew up.
You grew up in Meru.
In Nyeri.
In Nyeri.
But I went to school in Meru. So I went to Kibiritia Boys High School. I went to the primary school there. Yeah, and then I grew up, and then I went to college in Kenyatta University.
KU?
Yeah, that's where I went to Nairobi.
I always say you went to KM.
Oh, no. Okay. I see. Yeah, this Kenyatta market, KM.
I always move people's leg to fight. So that
KU,
that's how I end up saying I also went to KU too.
Oh, did you go to KU?
Yeah, I went to KU.
Oh, great. Alumni.
I'm a KU alumni as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But we talk about your story. I mean, I was very inspired when somebody was telling me that you go all the way to Florida to find Denis because he's gotten a Ph.D. in, you said, entomology and nematology.
And nematology.
Entomology is the study of insects.
Yes.
Nematology is the study of worms.
Of worms. Especially, we call them plant parasitic worms.
Plant parasitic worms.
Yeah. Just the same way we have human parasitic worms.
So are you telling us plants also need deworming?
They need deworming, for sure. That's why I'm here, and I got a PhD to deworm the plants.
Oh my goodness.
Because the grower doesn't know, because you know what happens with the worms, they are underground. So we call them hidden enemies, because we don't see them, and they are very microscopic. So you need a microscope to go and see them. So not everybody can afford microscope.
Nobody can.
You need a lab, right?
You need a lab.
Microscope.
So these worms are in the soil, but not in the tissue of the plant.
Okay, so we have different types.
Okay.
I don't want to go deeper. So we have beneficial nematodes. I don't know whether human beings are not familiar with the human parasitic nematodes.
No, we have beneficial bacteria.
Yeah, bacteria, but not worms.
No worms,
yes. So we have beneficial ones, but for me, I'll focus on the parasitic ones. So we have some that are in the soil. You'll find them both in the tissues and also in the soil samples. So they'll be in the soil and then they find their way into the root system.
Oh my God.
Yes, and what they do, they get into the system. And now if you apply a lot of fertilizer, instead of the plant absorbing all the nutrients, we have these worms now that are feeding. So they just sit down. This one that is so funny, the one that I focus on, it sits with a straw. It just sits down, so it has
sipping every nutrients from the plants.
So what it does, it kind of has some chemicals it releases to the plant, and then it modifies the plant system.
So it changes the biochemical system of the plant so that it turns to be the benefit of the...
Yes, exactly. So it doesn't have to move around. So it will modify the cell formation of the plant. So it forms so many cells around itself. So all the plant nutrients will be coming to itself as it sits down and then lays a lot of eggs. And then they find themselves. So when you approach the root system like this, you find it swollen.
Not knowing
it's
that
like swollen, and then you might think it's nodules. You know, like when we said about nodules, because it's a leguminous plant. So sometimes you might think it's
it could be a worm infection.
Yes, that's what happens with the growers. They don't know. You go and uproot, like, oh, nodules, and then it's the nematodes that are there. But not all nematodes forms the same symptoms, but we have a particular one that is very dangerous to the growers. Like, it's everywhere.
You are watching Diaspora Scholars TV. We bring you stories and episodes of scholars. Today is Dr. Denis Gitonga. Look at him. He has a PhD in nematology and entomology. He has studied insects that affect plants as well as parasitic worms. He's talking about a worm that sits on a couch, as he puts it, with a straw sipping nutrients from a plant.
Without paying rent, without paying bills. No rent, no paying bills.
I think you would have become a very good teacher. What did you study in KU?
In KU, I did crop science.
Crop science?
Yeah, I was into agriculture all along.
Man, I think we need you guys, not only in the US, but also in Africa, to improve crop production. It makes me think that probably there is low yield in some crops just because we are not aware of what is going on.
It's true. Actually, I did my master's in Belgium. I went to Ghent
You were in Belgium?
Yeah, that's why I went to get I got a scholarship when I was, immediately after KU. I got a scholarship to do my master's in the same field, actually. And then I found myself, before COVID, I went back to Kenya for internship and also to do my thesis over there. And then I realized, oh, the growers suffer because we don't have like the knowledge. Because we don't have, like, we have very limited numbers of entomologists and nematologists in Kenya, especially nematologists. And we don't have extension agents the way we have here in the US. So growers don't know what's happening. They'll be sending their soil samples. They don't have experts to look at parasitic nematodes, but they'll be looking at the nutrients level. So the growers will be suffering. They'll be putting a lot of money into like fertilizer, all these nutrients, but the plant doesn't do well, right?
Wow.
Yes, especially we used to have one problem in potatoes. I was in Nyandarua and also in Meru. They call it gadhuri. Have you ever heard of gadhuri?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, gadhuri. So this is a plant. It's like a sitting old man because the plant doesn't like grow so well. They'll just grow and then they get stunted.
They get stunted growth.
Stunted growth. This is because of the nematodes.
Oh my God!
You see, so growers they know the problem exists, but they don't know the remedy.
The solution.
They don't know what is it and the remedy about it. So
stay right here. We are going to learn about the remedies to some of the issues that Dr. Denis Gitonga is talking about. We came at the right time. At the time when he's done it all. He's already graduated, with a PhD. And it says he was in Belgium to do a master's. You want to find out how he went to Belgium as well. And he traces his roots way back in Kenya, in Central Province. He's grown in Meru. He was also raised in Nyeri as well. And so he knows the entire Central Province, actually the breadbasket of where we grow potatoes and many of these, nematode-infested plants.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why we do this, folks. You want to be able to stay in part 2 because we are tracing again the life of Dr. Denis Gitonga. Look at me. I came all the way to Florida. And we are not stopping here. We are coming for you wherever you are. Stay tuned and subscribe to this channel. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you've surprised me. You were in Belgium.
Yeah, I was in Belgium. Yeah, I went in Belgium in 2018. I graduated 2017 with my bachelor's, and 2018 I went back for more schooling. It was not enough, so I went and then I got my master's for 2 years.
Now you're doing a postdoc.
Yeah, now I'm a postdoc here, QF. Yeah.
Wow. They know. Why